Welcome back to The Explainer. If you've ever stared at a natal chart and just felt totally overwhelmed by that dizzying web of planets and houses, trust me, we've all been there. Today, we're diving straight into the cosmos to decode two absolute titans of astrological interpretation, traditional Vedic astrology and the highly modern KP system. Let's get right into it and map the stars.
Now, we all turn to astrology for different reasons, right? Sure, sometimes we're looking for that profound spiritual guidance, but let's be real. Most of the time, we just want to know, hey, when am I actually going to get that job, or am I moving this year? It's this intense, very human desire for concrete answers and exact timing that really drove the evolution of both frameworks we're exploring today. Because as you'll see, the system you choose literally dictates the kind of answer you're going to get.
So, here is our agenda for today. 1. The two astrological paths. 2. Vedic, the cosmic compass. 3. KP, the precision GPS. 4. Key technical differences. And 5. Choosing your astrological system.
Starting with Section 1, the two astrological paths. Two lenses, one universe.
So traditional Vedic astrology. This is our ancient foundation. We are talking about a massive, complex science tracing back thousands of years, deeply rooted in classical texts like the Rig Vedas. It treats the planets and the 12 zodiac signs not just as distant rocks floating in space, but as an intricate map of your soul's karmic journey across multiple lifetimes. It's a vast, sweeping philosophy, really designed to give you this grand macro-level view of human existence.
But then, in stark contrast, we have KP astrology, or Krishnamurti Padati, and this is incredibly modern. It was developed in the 1960s by Professor K.S. Krishnamurti, who basically looked at this massive, overwhelming ocean of Vedic rules and went, okay, let's streamline this. KP actually strips away a lot of the reliance on those broad zodiac signs and zooms in heavily on stellar astrology. It focuses intensely on the stars or nakshatras to bring pinpoint, laser-focused accuracy to predictions.
Moving on to Section 2, Vedic, the cosmic compass, navigating the big picture.
Look, if you want the overarching narrative of your entire life, Vedic is absolutely unmatched. Its true superpower is its philosophical depth and karmic understanding. You see, it doesn't just look at one single birth chart. It slices your life into microscopic, divisional charts, sometimes going all the way down to a D60 chart. That's essentially dividing your cosmic blueprint into 60 pieces to analyze deep past life karma. It reveals your grand life themes and crucially provides an extensive remedial system, things like mantras and gemstones, to help you balance out those cosmic energies.
Which brings us to Section 3, the precision GPS, pinpointing exact coordinates.
Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. KP relies on this revolutionary sublord theory. Think of it kind of like an address. The broad zodiac sign, that's the city. The nakshatra, or star, that's the specific neighborhood. But the sublord is your exact street address. Professor Krishnamurti basically figured out that a planet might be sitting in a great neighborhood, but if the street address, which is one of 9 unequal subdivisions, is unfavorable, it's just not going to deliver positive results. So in KP, the sublord is the ultimate microscopic decider.
Because it relies on these incredibly strict, systematic rules, KP almost completely removes the ambiguity and guesswork that can sometimes cloud traditional readings. It is absolutely phenomenal at answering clear yes or no questions. But get this, the most mind-blowing part is how KP utilizes a horary or prashnik technique. Say you have absolutely no idea what time you were born. No problem. You just give the astrologer a random number between 1 and 249. Using that specific number, the KP astrologer maps the sky at that exact moment in time and gives you a highly accurate answer to your query. I mean, it's a remarkably powerful tool.
Let's dive into Section 4, key technical differences, looking under the hood.
Okay, let's look at how the exact same planet can completely shift its meaning depending on the system you're using. Traditional Vedic usually operates on equal 30-degree houses. It's nice, neat, uniform, and generally aligns with the Sripat Padati system. KP, on the other hand, uses the Placidus system. This means the house sizes are actually unequal. They literally shrink and expand based on your specific geographic latitude on Earth. And to make it even more precise, a house in KP only begins at a highly specific, exact degree. Because of that strict boundary, an entire zodiac sign might just get swallowed up, which can completely strip a planet of its ownership. It's wild how different the mechanics are.
Then we have to talk about the Ayanamsa,
This is the mathematical calculation used to account for the Earth's natural tilt and wobble. Now, Vedic traditionalists almost exclusively use the Lahiri calculation, while KP uses its own proprietary Krishnamurti Ayanamsa. The difference between the two? A microscopic 6 arc minutes. Now, you might be thinking, 6 arc minutes, that sounds completely insignificant. But remember, KP operates on a micro level. That tiny, seemingly insignificant 6-minute shift is often enough to push a planet into a completely different sublord, literally rewriting the entire prediction for your life.
So really, it all boils down to a fundamental clash of methodologies. Vedic provides a rich narrative. It reads the broad themes, it relies on spiritual intuition, and it operates on a traditional 360-day calendar. KP? It's an algorithmic mathematical machine. It demands a 365.25-day year, measures aspects strictly degree to degree, and even invents fast-moving mathematical points like Fortuna just to differentiate the charts of twins who were born only minutes apart. Basically, KP sacrifices narrative, intuition, in favor of absolute, uncompromising mathematical precision. Moving to our final part, Section 5, Choosing Your Astrological System. Which lens fits your question?
Naturally, when you have two systems this powerful, you are inevitably going to get some fierce debate. Just take a look at this quote from a traditional practitioner, comparing modern KP advocates to the tantrums of a crying kid who is kicking and bruising the mother who has lifted it in her arms. Wow, that is intense. KP advocates often view the traditional methods as somewhat obsolete, while the purists are quick to remind them that KP entirely relies on the ancient Vedic nakshatra concept to even exist in the first place. Now, we are definitely not taking sides here, but this really highlights just how incredibly passionate these communities are about their respective sciences.
Ultimately, what we see today is that a lot of modern astrologers maintain a kind of radical neutrality. They simply use both. If you're seeking to really understand your core personality, if you're diving into your spiritual dharma, or if you're looking for traditional remedies, the deep, ancient wisdom of Vedic astrology is absolutely your best path. But if you're staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. and you just want a firm yes or no on a very specific life event, KP astrology's strict, rule-based algorithm is 100% the ultimate tool for the job.
The universe is incredibly vast, and having multiple lenses really only enriches our understanding of our place within it all. So the next time you pull up a birth chart, ask yourself, do you need the cosmic compass to find your deeper purpose? Or do you just need the micro GPS to pinpoint your exact destination? Thanks so much for exploring this with us on The Explainer today. Keep asking those great questions, and we'll see you next time.